What if I told you that most people are thinking about wealth building completely backwards? They're waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect job, or the perfect amount to start investing. But here's the brutal truth that nobody wants to hear. Waiting until you have more money is exactly why you'll never have more money. Today, I'm going to show you the exact roadmap to transform $10,000 into $100,000 and why this specific milestone will completely change your financial future forever. Before we dive into the strategies, let me paint a picture that might feel painfully familiar. You've probably heard success stories about people who turned small amounts into fortunes, and you think to yourself, that could never be me. Maybe you're sitting there with a few thousand in your savings account, watching it grow at a snail's pace, wondering if investing actually works for regular people. I get it, because I used to think the same thing. The reason most people never build real wealth isn't because they don't make enough money. It's because they fundamentally misunderstand how compound growth actually works in the real world. When you're starting with $10,000, every dollar you add feels insignificant. When you invest that first $1,000 and it grows to $1,100 after a year, that $100 feels like pocket change compared to the effort you put in. This is what I call the contribution trap. In the early years of wealth building, you're doing 95% of the heavy lifting, while compound interest is barely pulling its weight. It's like pushing a massive boulder up a hill. Every step forward requires enormous effort, and the progress feels impossibly slow. But here's what changes everything. Once that boulder reaches the top of the hill, gravity takes over, and it rolls down the other side with unstoppable momentum. Let me break down exactly what happens when you systematically grow your $10,000 into $100,000. If you start with $10,000 and add $1,000 every month while earning a 7% annual return, something magical happens around year 6. You'll notice that your monthly investment gains start approaching the amount you're contributing each month. This is the inflection point where compound interest stops being your lazy partner and becomes your hardest working employee. But most people quit before they reach this point because they're measuring progress wrong. They look at their account balance and think, I've been doing this for 2 years and I only have $25,000. This is taking forever. What they don't realize is that they've built the foundation for exponential growth. Every dollar they invested in year 1 is now working harder than they are. The mathematical reality is stunning. That first $100,000 will be the hardest money you ever accumulate. But once you cross that threshold, the second $100,000 will happen significantly faster, and the third will be faster still. This isn't motivational speaking, this is pure mathematics. At $100,000 invested at a 7% return, your money is generating about $7,000 per year in returns. That's nearly $600 per month that you didn't have to work for. Now let's talk about the practical strategies that will accelerate your journey from $10,000 to $100,000. Strategy number 1 is what I call the income maximization approach. While everyone else is obsessing over cutting their daily coffee budget, wealthy people focus on dramatically increasing their earning potential. Look at your current job situation. Are you maximizing your employer benefits? Many people leave thousands of dollars on the table by not fully utilizing their company match programs or tax-advantaged accounts. Next, develop skills that directly translate to higher income. This might mean learning a new software program, getting certified in your field, or developing expertise in emerging areas of your industry. The goal isn't just to work harder, it's to become more valuable. Consider this. Cutting expenses might save you a few $100s per month, but increasing your income could add thousands to your monthly savings capacity. Strategy number 2 focuses on intelligent expense optimization. Notice I didn't say extreme budgeting or living like a monk. The key is identifying expenses that don't align with your values and redirecting that money toward investments. Track your spending for 30 days without judgment. You're not looking to eliminate all enjoyment from your life. You're looking for money that's already being spent on things that don't bring you genuine satisfaction. Focus on the big 3 categories: housing, transportation, and food. Small optimizations in these areas create massive results. Could you house hack by renting out a room? Could you drive your car for 2 more years instead of upgrading? Could you cook more meals at home without feeling deprived? The goal is to find an extra $500 to $1,000 per month that can go directly toward building your $100,000 foundation. Strategy number 3 is investment automation and optimization. For most people starting with $10,000, broad market index funds are the optimal choice. They provide instant diversification, have minimal fees, and don't require you to become a stock picking expert. Set up automatic monthly investments so you never have to make the decision to invest. Make it as automatic as your rent payment. Take full advantage of tax-advantaged accounts like your 401k and Roth IRA. These accounts accelerate your wealth building by reducing your tax burden and allowing compound growth to work more efficiently. If your employer offers a match program, prioritize this above everything else. It's literally free money that doubles your investment instantly. Here's where most people go wrong with their investment strategy. They try to get too clever too early. They hear about someone who made a fortune trading options or buying individual stocks, and they think they need to do the same thing. Resist this temptation completely. Your goal right now isn't to hit home runs, it's to get on base consistently. Simple, boring index fund investing will get you to $100,000 faster than any get-rich-quick scheme. Now let's address the psychological challenges you'll face during this journey. Building your first $100,000 is as much a mental game as it is a financial one. You'll go through periods where you question whether this is working. You'll be tempted to cash out when the market drops. You'll see friends spending money on vacations and cars while you're investing for the future. Develop what I call milestone celebrations. When you hit $25,000, acknowledge the achievement. When you reach $50,000, celebrate the progress. These milestones prove that your system is working and help maintain motivation during the long journey. Remember, you're building a foundation that will support decades of financial freedom. Surround yourself with people who understand delayed gratification. Avoid friends who constantly complain about money but never take action to improve their situation. Find mentors or online communities of people who are also building wealth. Their mindset will become your mindset. The transformation that happens when you reach $100,000 is profound. Mathematically, compound interest becomes a significant force in your wealth building. Your money starts doing more work than you do. Psychologically, you develop confidence and patience because you've proven to yourself that you can delay gratification for years. Practically, you have options. You can take more calculated risks in your career because you have a financial cushion. Let me share the exact action steps you need to take starting today. First, calculate your current net worth by adding up all assets and subtracting all debts. This gives you your starting point. Second, set up automatic monthly investments, even if you can only start with $200 per month. The habit is more important than the amount initially. Third, focus on increasing your income through skill development, job changes, or side hustles. Fourth, optimize your expenses by tracking spending and identifying areas where you can redirect money toward investments. The journey to your first $100,000 will test your discipline and patience. There will be months when the market drops and your account balance goes backwards. There will be times when friends question your decisions or when you doubt the process yourself. But understand this, every wealthy person had to cross this threshold. The difference between people who build lasting wealth and those who don't isn't intelligence or luck. It's the willingness to stay consistent through the challenging early years. Your first $100,000 represents more than money in an account. It represents proof that you can delay gratification, that you understand how compound interest works, and that you're serious about building long-term wealth. Once you cross this threshold, the second $100,000 will come faster, and the third faster still. The time to start is now, not when you get your next raise, not when you pay off your student loans, not when you feel more confident about investing. The magic of compound interest rewards those who start early and stay consistent. Your future self will thank you for making this decision today, and in 6 to 8 years, you'll look back on this moment as the turning point in your financial life. Stop wishing you could have more time and freedom and take action to make it happen. This is what my friend Chris Miles from Money Ripples tells clients to do all the time. His mission is to make 1,000 people financially free by 2030. To help him achieve this goal, he created a group coaching system and course called the Wealth Accelerator Academy. The tools and lessons you learn about passive investing and how to vet deals are invaluable to helping you live the life you want. Want to learn more? Check out the course by clicking down the link below. If this video opened your eyes to what's possible, subscribe, because your financial freedom story starts right here on this channel, and I want to see you win. Comment below, I'm starting with this amount of money. Let's declare our starting point and make that number grow together.